Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times. Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland roller coaster project to work on our amazing lift hills and drops by having amazing time lapses and all sorts of other great stuff. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, a land where we take survival building to the extreme. And in today's episode, we're going to be working on all those ups and downs of our roller coaster on that side and the curves. So before we get to that, we're going to do a lot of time lapse and all sorts of cool and amazing things. We're going to work on an on-ride photo section. So this is where you would find the the flash bulbs that when you go down a lift hill, or the you can see the camera take your picture while you're on a ride. Now, of course, this doesn't function within Minecraft, but it is something that will give us a more of a roller coaster feel. These small details that don't always matter in the end. Does it really matter? But I always say it does. All these little small details come together in the end and make something spectacular, and that's what we're going to be working on here. So first things first, we need to build just some little little pedestal things. So I'm going to kind of carve out this maybe just a little bit more. So I open this area up a little bit to kind of give us an idea of how we want this to go. So I think I'm going to go like this for now. There we go. And then I have a dropper and a dispenser. If we decide we like one or the other more, we can always switch them. But for now, I'm just going to do both of them because, well, let's be honest, I couldn't decide because I never can decide. But which one do you guys think would look more like? This is the best I can come up with for something that looks like a camera. And I kind of feel like this looks more camera-like than this one. But we'll see. We'll see. Once we get farther into the design, you guys will see kind of how everything's kind of coming together, and I think it'll be pretty cool. Okay, so one thing we're going to do is we're going to have flash bulbs. So these are pretty cool. So we're just going to put some redstone lamps up here. So we'll have a little trip plate. So once the roller coaster goes over the detector rail, it'll activate these lights, and they'll act kind of as on-ride flashes. So isn't that pretty cool? I think it's just a small detail. You'll barely even see it. You'll go by here so fast, but it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty awesome. So when you're kind of flowing down here, let me jump up here. There we go. So when you're going along here, you see that, and it'll activate, and the lights will turn on. It'll just give you the impression that these cameras just took a picture. The flashes came on. That's why we also have our on-ride photo booth at the end of the ride where you pick up your photo. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Okay, there we go. And let's see here. Let's start running this piece across here. So we need somewhere for the redstone to sit down on. There we go. And I'm going to put that along there. And then eventually we'll kind of enclose this and make it all really nice and looking good. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, let's see, I posted on Twitter that, I got kind of a, maybe a few just not so nice messages recently, and I never really take those things to heart. Like, I truly haven't taken like a really like negative, nasty comment personally in a very long time, but I recently did, and I kind of ranted a little bit about it on Twitter, and I usually really try never to do that. But this time I was just kind of not stressed out, but just a lot going on in my mind, and those comments just really got to me. And I know like 99.9% of my subscribers aren't like, they understand like when I can't do something. So what happened was I said I was going to live stream a bit on the Lego game. And unfortunately that day I said I was going to, some things came up, and I wasn't able to update you guys. And that's what I should have done. I should have, made a message. I actually commented a few times in the video when people asked if I was going to, and I said, oh no, unfortunately I can't. I've got some stuff have come up. But I didn't make an official announcement, say on like Facebook or Twitter. And I should have done that. I was sorry, but I got quite a few messages of people that were really upset and stuff like that. And, a few of them got a little bit nasty, it's just like, that's not right like that, and I was pretty upset about it. I just wanted to clarify, I have quite a few things coming up, and that day when I said I was going to live stream and I didn't live stream, I got a message from my doctor, I got a call from my doctor, and I'm going to have surgery soon, and one of the things it's going to result in that is maybe I'll have to have a trach, and that's really kind of like hard news to hear, and that's why I was absent and I didn't live stream. So I hope you understand, and it's just sometimes sometimes stuff comes up, and it's not that I'm just sitting there like, you know, just being lazy or something. It's just there was a lot on my mind. I had to talk with my family and stuff, and yeah, it was just a tough time. And so I do apologize about not, you know, alerting you guys, but also please understand that sometimes things do come up, and it makes things really hard, and makes it especially hard to do a live stream because, you know, you try to be, you know, chipper and excited, and, you know, you don't want to be some, you know, like depressed, you know, going like, oh, you know, worried about things. You know, you don't want to have that. That's not an interesting show by any means. So yeah, things are a little bit difficult right now, but as always, my friends, we always get through these things, and we will get through, and we will be better on the other side. So we always, you know, things are tough, but as long as you can stay positive and look at the brighter side, once these things pass, like I said, you always kind of come out a little bit better. All right, there we go. Place the button down like so, and put a button there. There we go. So we're getting something. So when the minecart crosses over this little button here, the lights will flash, and that'll give you the impression that the lights are on. So that's pretty darn awesome. So yeah, I don't know when the surgery is going to take place. It's still a little bit out, but it will impact my videos. That's the biggest concern, and what's been kind of stressing me out the most is the impact it will have on my videos. And I don't know the extent of it. I know I'll probably be out for a while. How long that'll be? Will it be as long as back in 2012? I hope not. If you're familiar with my videos in the past, there was a long break I had in 2012, and I hope it's not that long. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that there's, you know, when these things come up, I will have plenty of videos online and ready to go ahead of time. So there should be a little bit of planning, so it's not like a big surprise. So that's a good thing. So as long as it's not a big old surprise, and I'll be able to get videos made ahead of time. So I just, you know, hopefully you guys understand, and definitely do apologize. I got to be more like, you know, when I can't do something. Oh, that didn't work out. When I can't do something, why did that not work out? Let me just put this back up there. This should have activated our lights. Oh, we just need to put a repeater. Oh, okay, that's easy enough. There we go. So yeah, I need to make sure I do that. I need to update you guys, but also please be understanding. And I know you guys are. 99.9% of you guys are understanding. It's just some people, you know, I don't know. Negative comments, you know, I've actually done pretty good at never letting those bother me, but sometimes when you're stressed out, they can kind of get to you eventually. There we go. Awesome. But that's the one lucky thing about my channel, is I've had such little negativity or negative comments. It's something I've always been incredibly grateful for on my channel, is the amazing support I do get. You know, you see other YouTubers who struggle with a lot of, like, you know, kind of negative, you know, comments and different things like that, and I'm always been grateful for my my viewers have never been like that. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. If it wasn't for these videos and doing these things, life would be a lot duller and a lot boring, and it would be a lot harder to get through some of the stuff that I do have to get through without knowing that I've got you guys out there waiting for videos, looking forward to the next build and stuff like that. That's what really truly gets me through a lot of these hard times, is your guys' support, knowing you guys are, you know, looking forward to the next video, and just general support, like, you know, nice messages sometimes. It really does mean a lot, and I'll never take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely amazing, and hopefully I can always make videos that you guys like and are excited to watch. And I think we are getting there. We just need to get our minecart that's snuck down here. So in our live stream today, we're going to make this whole cave area super fancy. So we're going to get this all looking super nice. One thing we're going to be working on in the next week or so is getting the boat built up on the top. So we're soon going to be having our sailing ship up there. So I just did a really vague kind of cave decoration through here. Nothing too fancy, just enough to get this area pretty well complete. All right, so then let's put our car here, get on board, and here we go. Of course the lights didn't come on, so let's fix that up real quick. There we go. And then let's see, where was that light that we need to actually have turn on? Okay, it's right here. So then we'll just take our, there, beautiful, wonderful. And then we'll put that down like so. And then let's sneak on over here and do the same. There we go. There we go. So I don't know, you know, this week, unfortunately, I won't be able to do a Scarlog because I have an appointment with the pulmonologist to talk about the breathing and the trach and stuff. So I'm gonna be really trying to avoid that trach at all costs when it comes to this surgery, because that would be the biggest thing that would impact my videos. And so I'm really hoping to avoid that. And just the fact of having to deal with that is not a pleasant experience. And yeah, so I thank you so much for guys all the support through all this. And yeah, so now that we got that all complete and ready to go, it's time to hit our time lapse and get working on those main lifts. So I'll see you over there. All right, and welcome back. So we are getting ready to fire up the time-lapse machine, which I'm super excited about because that thing is amazing and so much fun to put together. So what we've got here is the roller coaster comes from the underground or underwater portion there and flies on up through the hill there, looking super fancy. And what we're going to be doing is adding this design here. So we're getting these all kind of loaded up and ready to go. So get that up there like that. As you can see, get that design there, and let's jump down here and then grab out our oak stairs and then work on something like that. As you can see how that kind of fits together going up. Now, once we get up farther, there's some different designs that have to come together to kind of create that nice arch that we have at the top. As you can see over there, how it doesn't just go straight up and then straight down. It's got that nice gentle arch that goes through there. So those are just little things we'll work on once we get up at the top. But this is the basic design. And yeah, so I'll see you in a couple minutes, and let me know how much you enjoy the time lapse. All right, and welcome back. So let's get on a minecart here and let's go on a little tour here. As you can see out in the distance, we have our design applied to the tracks, all looking super fancy and nice. That is quite a substantial structural design we have built up there. That is really pretty cool. What we're going to do from here now, of course, is add all the lower supports and get those all filled in and looking super fancy. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the time lapse. I absolutely love making those. Those are so much fun. Things I've learned from our last time we did one was, of course, we need to make sure that we protect the cameraman. So we enclose him in a nice protective box so the mobs can't attack him. So that made it a little bit easier. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy those. Those were a lot of fun. I really hope to make more of those. And there we go. There's our on-ride photo. So hopefully you smiled. But yeah, so when we do more projects in the future, I would like to incorporate more of the time lapses into the videos. I think it might be cool to have just a general project time lapse going. Say we were building the actual roller coaster station. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Having a time lapse going each time we do an episode, and then in the end we could do like a quick thing, showing how all the episodes kind of come together in a quick 2-minute time lapse. You can see the whole build be complete. Those are just little things I've been thinking about, and here is our work today on our sides here. We've got our nice design all implemented here, looking super fancy, and yeah, that is looking really cool, and it's exciting to finally see this looking more completed. But yeah, like I always say, my friends, always try to better yourself. Always look for things to improve upon. You know, even if you've had success and you've found something you're good at, always try to find something, a way of improving. Always try to find different ways of, you know, constantly evolving. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to add some time lapses and different things like that to try to improve, and hopefully you guys like those. And I think they're good because they kind of mix up a little bit of repetitive tasks like this, because it's pretty much the same block being placed over and over and over, but then you do it in a time lapse like that. I think it makes the build a little bit more interesting, and hopefully you liked it too. And thank you so much for watching today. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you did, a like rating would be much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And then we'll sneak on up here. Now, the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to pick out some stone. So let's go into our stone bag here. And then let's see, let's get a little bit of you, and a little bit of you, and of course a little bit of you, and maybe a little bit of that. Awesome. All right. And I'll move that real quick. Beautiful. Okay, so now what we need to decide is where we're going to place it. And I think I'm going to place it along this